And good morning, Minecraft. This is Mr. Kasari, and welcome to another episode of Industrial Rotation. All right, what are we working on today? That's a pretty good question, and actually, it's a pretty cool one too. We're working on the ye good old-fashioned auto enchanting system. I've decided to finally get started on that because it's a good idea too. So the first thing I wanted to check before I actually got started on this stuff was whether the XP drain got gregged. It got gregged. Okay. So we're going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, how many iron bars do I have? Let's see how many bars we actually have in here. None. Okay. 3 crafts times 6 is going to be, what, 18? Alright, well, let's do that now, shall we? We should at least get that started. Oi. And it's not like I'm not going to need them, so, you know, it's actually not that bad. Just chuck the stuff in the lathe. There you go. Have fun. Okay, so while that's going on, if you remember correctly, the first thing I need are going to be books. Okay? So if we look up the book, we can do it the old-fashioned way with some leather. Or we can do it the still silly way. Why do we need... Isn't this the exact same recipe? 3 in 1, except now we need glue, too. Huh. Well, it's something to use the glue with, but, yeah, we're not doing that. Okay, so, easier way of doing things, right? Right. Now, if you looked at that book recipe, you should have seen that most of them required leather, except for the very first one. Blank patterns and some string. Huh. Interesting. Do we have an easy way to get string? Not easily. We can grind wool, so we can do that in the future, okay? But for right now, we need to know that we can make books without having to use leather. But more importantly, we need paper. And I don't have a sugarcane farm. Well, that's a problem. Well, as a matter of fact, we could do it in the carpenter with some wood pulp. Really? Yeah, we can do it here. And we can make wood pulp, also in a carpenter, by just chucking some wood in. Huh. Yeah, exactly. All right, so let's get some wood out. Okay. And we're going to turn that into a bit of wood pulp. Let's drop down to here. You can see I already have a system in process. So all I should have to do is actually hook this thing up with some water. That might be helpful, wouldn't it? Let's see if I can make this work. Nope. That's not what I wanted. Alright, come on. Oh, son of a gun. Okay, well, let's just get rid of this entirely then. Hold on. One moment, please. There we go. Alright, much better. We'll do that and that, and... Oh, for the love of... Alright, let's fix this. Oh, I hate this. I really need to convince these. What are you even doing? You're doing water, right? Okay. So make sure that's connected all the way through. It is. Okay. Let's hook this up all the way through, too. Right? Right. No, nope. Not what I wanted to do. Get back here. You jerk. Alright, let's see if I can make this work, huh? Alright, hold on. Alright, let's yank that. Let's... You know what? There is an easier way to do this. That's right. Okay, hold on. We'll select fluid only. Right? Yeah, there we go. That's easier. Clicky. And... that should be good, right? We have water flowing everywhere. There's water in here. Hey, look at that. Alright, so we throw that in there. We're going to drop one piece in there just to get ourselves some wood pulp. Awesome. So now all we should have to do is get our other carpenter here and drop him right there. Okay? And what we're going to say is, first of all, we're going to set that to active without signal, active without signal. So then what we're going to say is that wood pulp should be 2 pieces, becomes 1 piece of paper. Okay. So we're going to jump over to our pattern encoder, and we're going to tell this thing, we need to switch to a processing pattern here, that becomes that, okay? Encode that. Oh, we forgot the blank patterns. And that becomes that. Then what we're going to tell it is that that becomes one piece of paper. Clicky, clicky. Awesome. Okay. Actually, we need to skip a step because we're only using one of these. Right, I forgot about this. All right, so let's just do that. Shift-click. Now, 2 becomes... So one of these becomes 4, right? So one piece of oak wood becomes 2 pieces of paper, right? That's the logic. Oops. There we go. Oh, come on. Yeah, all right. Yeah, right. There we go. And let's clear this out too. Click. All right, so that's 2 paper with 1 oak wood. All right, so we just chuck this in here. Boom. All right, now when we order some paper, let's come back to here. And how much string do I have? Plenty. So let's order some. I also have plenty of paper. So why aren't you showing up? Are you not actually connected? No, you're connected. There we go. So when I order some paper, what are you doing? There we go. Start. What we should see happen is we should have paper winding up in this machine here. Eventually. It's a very long eventually. Because remember, we have to wait for this entire process to go first, all right? So we have to wait for the wood pulp to happen, and then for this to happen. And probably now by the time I've done that, the paper is wound up in here. Yep, look, 2 pieces of paper. Awesome, okay. So the next thing we need to do is we need to take our blank pattern. And I should have some more blank patterns stored up in here too. We'll take that, we'll kill that, and we'll switch back to crafting. Because now we need to tell it... Let's see, do I know how to make sticks? Let's see if I know how to make sticks yet. Yeah, okay, so I have to use either this or a cutting machine. And I don't have a cutting machine yet. So why don't I tell it... Yeah, alright, so we'll just do it right now with the... Oh, is that still in my inventory? Probably. Let's take a look at that. Saw. Yeah, it's in my inventory, alright. So we'll put saw and wood. Well, we need to encode this thing first. Right. Saw and wood. Thank you. And then we need to tell it the 2 wood planks. That gets me 2 sticks. Or we put the saw up there. That gets me 4 sticks. There you go. Okay. So now that that's done, we'll put that in there. We need to tell it how to make blank patterns. All right. Or we need to tell it how to make a pattern. Like that. Okay? And now we need to tell it how to make a book with those patterns. Hold on. Let's put these in first. Am I out of recipe locate? No. Okay, good. Whew. For a second I was worried I was out of recipe locations. I'm like, uh-oh, this isn't good. Thunk, we're done. Okay, good. And then I need to tell this thing with the blank patterns how to make a book. Perfect. Okay, so now that that's done, let's see how our other stuff up here is doing. It should be pretty decent, right? Right. So we're going to run over to here. We have some iron and some iron rods. Awesome. So we'll just turn this back into piles of iron, and we'll throw it in here. Oh, that's why it wasn't working earlier. Haha. Yeah, last episode when I'm like, oh, the blank, that isn't working, you know? Well, the reason it wasn't working to redo the gene samples is because I had it in alloys only mode. That would have been helpful. Yes, I know. Probably by the time I post this video goes live, I will have 1.5 billion comments about, Cass, the reason it didn't work is because you had it in alloy mode. Yeah, well, you know what. All right, so we got ourselves some iron bars. We need some more iron bars. All right, we got ourselves a lot of iron bars. Good. So now we need to make ourselves one of these things. This is an XP drain courtesy of open blocks. All right. What it does, and I'm going to demonstrate this with an open blocks tank because that seems to be the best way of doing things, is if I put this down here and I stick this on top and I stand on top of it. There we go. It's going to drain my levels and turn it into liquid XP. Ta-da! Liquid XP. So let's break that, and we'll break that. Awesome. Now, the next item we're going to need is what's called an XP shower. Okay? Come on. Shower. Shower, yay! Okay. Pretty easy to craft. And what this does is it takes liquid XP from an XP tank, and it does fun things with it. Well, it drops it on the ground, basically. And we're also going to need a sewer. And then we're going to need an item called the auto enchanting table. That's not it. That's not it. Come on, where are you? The auto enchanter. There we go. All right, so we need a machine frame basic. There we go. Oh, wow, I have almost everything I need. Look at that. All right. That's rare for me. Okay, so now we have everything I think we'll need. We have pipes. We have... we could use some more energy conduits. That's right. That should be good for now. Okay. Let's set this up, shall we? So the first thing we're going to need to do, and I'm actually thinking of just putting this in right over here. Yeah, because we could just reuse this interface now, can't we? Okay. So the first thing we're going to need to get is what's called a crafting card, all right? Come on. Like this. Can I make one? No. Can I make one? Yes. Can I make one? No. Can I make one of these? Yeah, that I can do. And we get ourselves a crafting card, okay? The second thing we're going to need are some books. Let's get 32 of them. 6 hours later. Okay, so there we go. Starting to craft. All right. So basically, what we do with crafting cards... Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's really cool. I never realized that. Okay. The crafting card goes in here. What the crafting card does is it allows the interface to actually, or an export bus or a level emitter, to craft items, or to detect the crafting of items, or to sense it, etc., etc., etc. Now, if the books are crafting correctly... Alright, so let's take that, and let's put this right in here. So we're going to configure this to store books. So I'm going to put that in there, and that'll store books. However, if we need more books, the machine will be able to craft them for us. Okay? You can see papers being crafted right now over here. Ta-da! And items are going along quite happily. Interesting. Why are you not pulling in items? Are you out of channels? I think that's what's happening. Okay, so let's see if we have any more dense cables. This is pretty easy to fix. My network's going to flip out for a couple seconds here, but yeah, this is easy to fix. Boom. All right, we're fixed. Because see what this is going to mean is that it's just going to be a lot simpler for this thing to process. There we go. So then this should be working better. Maybe. Lobster. Why are you having issues with the network? Oh, okay, it ran. It just was thinking for a minute, apparently. 4 out of 32, right? 5. 10. 1. 5. What the heck is going on here? Oh, that's what's going on here. Oh, gosh, okay. So, Applied Energistics gets a little cranky if you have loopbacks in your network. If you have loops in your network, it gets cranky about it. And I think that's what we were just seeing. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, that's what's happening. Okay. Now let's fix this. All right. So this is the problem when you're doing something like this. All right, there we go. That should look a little bit better now. Yeah, all right. Are we looking better now? Are we? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. I think we're looking better now. At least I hope we are. Let's see if this is actually working. Alright, so the network's being grouchy. Oh, are we losing power? Is that what's going on over here? $11 out of 32. 0 out of 8. 1 out of 8. Is there something... Okay, I can't even tell what's going on with this network anymore. I'm going to have to troubleshoot this off camera, but it ran eventually. Okay, that's fine, whatever. I don't care anymore. It ran, it's working, sort of, kind of, maybe. And that's all I really care about right now. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our energy conduits, and we'll stick another one down right here, all right? And we put our transfer node for items there, and we're going to put down our auto enchanter right there. And then what we're going to do is we're going to open this guy up, and we're going to say, okay, you have a rationing pipe now. So he's searching for inventories, and he's putting them into the auto enchanter. Now, I really didn't need a rationing pipe there, but... Nah... Yeah, I didn't need one. That's fine. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter at all. So the auto enchanter can be set to level 30. It's going to require a fair amount of power, and it also requires mob essence. Now, mob essence can be a pain in the neck to get. But the nice thing about mob essence is that if I start doing some shenanigans in the basement, like down here, here's what we can do. All right. So I'm going to put down my liquid XP tank right here. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put down a pressurized fluid conduit right there. And I'm going to put an XP shower right here. Or not. Let's move this down a level. Hey-oh. Uh-oh. We have a problem. Alright, so it's just venting it right now. I need a lever. I need a lever before I mess anything else up here. I forgot about this. Okay, let's get ourselves that lever. And let's hook this in. In theory, it should be quite simple. We'll put it there for right now. Put the XP shower down. Yay, we're good. Okay. We'll knock this out, and now we're going to put a sewer in right below this. All right, so what should happen is if I get myself out of the way... Right. The liquid XP is getting converted into mob essence. Okay? So now you can guess what we're probably going to do. We're going to come over here with our pressurized fluid conduits, put one there, and disconnect this entirely. And we're going to come down like this and like that. All right? And you can see we have mob essence coming into here. And I can shift left click on this. I want to adjust the up. And I want to disable it entirely. Okay? So now what we should be able to see here, come on, is when I flip this lever on, no, don't go to me. The liquid XP drains and we get mob essence instead. And what happens is the mob essence is being used up and converted into books. Or enchanted books, at least. And we need a fair amount of mob essence to do this with, okay? So the other thing I want to do, however, is, if you noticed, Liquid XP has an interesting habit of going everywhere when given half an opportunity to do so. So what we're going to do, thank you, is we're going to come back up here, And I want another tank, I think. Yeah, I want another tank. So let's do this, and let's find the right tank. There we go. I don't know. I think I should have another one of those, but I have no idea where it went. And we're going to drop that tank right on top of that. We're also going to remove this so that I can get in here and turn that off. Thank you. And then we're going to come into here, and we're just going to take our XP drain and stick it on top like that. And as you see, it's going to drain our levels. That's nice to see. That's going to drain down. Don't go to B, okay? And let's get some cobblestone, and let's just mock this up a little bit. So it's theoretically going to be like this. And that's going to run. If we look at the sewer, we can see it's filling up a little bit with mob essence here and there. And we need to turn that off for a second. Because if you saw, we're actually getting an overflow of mob essence. It can't be pulled out of there faster than the machine's absorbing it. Alright, because this thing works pretty darn slowly. Okay? Runs pretty slowly, requires a huge amount of time to work, but it gives us enchanted books at level 30 without a huge setup required. And also this gets rid of some of the inventory issues I have. So what's going to happen is this thing slowly goes down. And it's trying to keep that as full as it can. It's going to eat the essence that's up on top of it. The problem is that, as you can tell, there's a bit of a disbalance, if let's say, in how things are working. So let's take a look at another item we might need, which is the integration table. Yeah, that's going to be expensive again, but I think we need it. Okay, so we're going to need a redstone chipset first of all. Thankfully, we're going to need 2 of them, really. Thankfully, all we need to do that is just some redstone. And that'll turn on and process that up. In the meantime, let's get ourselves a diamond gear. Really? Oops, not 13. Okay, we're doing this again. Great. Did I? Or did it eat it already? Did I make 2 of them? Oops. Alright, so that's a problem. Yeah, that's a big problem. I need 2 steel plates for this. Oh. So I need a file and a hammer. Okay. And what do we need for the saw again? Just a stick. Which we don't have any. Right. Wonder how quickly this is going to get used up this time. Alright, sticks. Middle click, by the way, to force crafting. Perfect. Alright, so now we can do this. Gear. So, Buildcraft changed quite a bit from the way it used to be. It used to be that you didn't really need... It really used to be that when you were working with Buildcraft, you only needed this assembly table. So I could chuck this back in and just get a gate pretty much automatically. You can't do that anymore. You need, I think it's called the integration table. I hope the integration table is the machine I need for this. And clicky. Okay, integration table. Now, I'm hoping it doesn't need a laser. I'm really hoping I don't need more lasers for this, and that it's just or that it can share some of those lasers. Okay. Because what we need to get is a gate, alright? Just a basic gate should do the trick. Oh, okay. No. Then what the heck do we use the assembly table for? Oh, okay. It's for modifying it after. Oh, okay. Great. Well, we'll use it anyways. Red pipe wire is just rose red. Okay, so let's get that stuff out. I want to finish this build before I end the episode, so we're going to keep working. So that goes there. It goes there. And I don't have any rose red. Right, because of Botania and all that stuff. Oh, yeah, it's poppy red now, isn't it? Yeah, okay, fine. Whatever you want to call it, game. Whatever you want to call it. All right. And don't worry, guys. Next episode, we're probably going to be returning to using Reg Tech, so don't worry about it. Poppy. Poppy. There we go. We got some rose red. Every time I see a poppy in this game, I have to quote Wizard of Oz. I'm really sorry. It's like a compulsion. I don't understand. All right, so let's get back downstairs to that assembly table. I can't believe I made that and I didn't need to. Okay, well, whatever. It's just resources, and we'll use it in the future, I have no doubt. No, I don't want a redstone chipset. I want red pipe wire. Well, that was quick. And we're just going to put that and that in together. And we're going to get ourselves a basic gate. And actually, let's get ourselves another chipset. I can't tell which one you're crafting first, but okay. Alright, so that's running. That's good. Alright, so let's take a look back at this. Because remember, I had to get rid of all my red pipe wire. My red wiring. So if I look at this, that's almost empty. We can kick that back on. Let's turn that off now. Yeah, you can see it's already full again. It's actually pretty darn quick how quickly that runs through. And let's see how we're doing over here. You still running back here? I know I made another chipset. What did you do with it? Or did you already use it? Alright, well, it doesn't matter. Let's get some structure. So, what we're going to use, because we're not putting down transport wire, is we're going to use some of this stuff called structure pipe. Alright? And it just supports gates. That's really all it does. It supports gates and pipe wiring, which are two things that are incredibly important and incredibly useful and that we really will need. So this is going to run. I don't know what happened to the other redstone chips that I had. I know I had one. All right, well, let's make another one. There we go, redstone chipset. Have fun. All right, let's get that structure pipe out. I know this episode's running long. I want to finish this build, so hush. All right, so now we're going to hope and pray that this connects properly. So that's on there. So what I can say is tank full, redstone, no. Okay, so I need to get a, yeah, okay. So one of the things that you'll have to remember about this is that your output conditions are only available if the item they're trying to output is connected to it. So now that I have the red pipe wire on there, I should be able to open this guy up and say red pipe signal. Okay. So if the tank in here is full, he's going to emit a red pipe signal. Okay. With another gate, which I should be getting momentarily. Oh, are you outputting? Oh, you're outputting over there. That's what you're doing. So I totally didn't need to make another one of those. Well, whatever, that's fine. So with a red pipe signal, what we can do is we can then run this upstairs a little bit more, all right? So we can run this up a level. See, lever on. Are you done yet? Almost. Almost, 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 almost. The best way to think of these gates is they're not logic gates like Red Power or Project Red or Blue Power have them. These are more, think of them like sensors, okay? There are and or ors, and they can do not functionality and that sort of stuff. But really, best to think of these as being sensors, okay? Sensors and, to a limited extent, transmitters, all right? So we're going to go up another level. Boom. And we're going to put the red pipe wire on there. All right. And now let's put that back down. Now what we can do is we can get our basic gate, put them on there. And what I can do is I can say red pipe signal on, and I want you to emit a redstone signal. Okay. So this guy, tank full. Why aren't you sensing? Okay, so what we'll do is we'll change this to say tank is greater than 75. There we go. So I could turn this on. But it's not running. See? No, not running at all. The reason it's not running is because this thing down here is saying, okay, there's more than 75% of fluid in the tank, which there is. And that means I'm going to send a red pipe signal. See how this line's lit up? That means, hey, red pipe signal. This guy's saying if I'm receiving a red pipe signal, I'm going to emit a redstone signal. See? Redstone signal. Which he's doing, which is keeping that XP shower turned off. Beautiful, right? Right. All right, let's get out of here a little bit. There we go. And we want to do conduit facade. We'll put this back. We'll close up the floor a little bit. I can now remove this. And why aren't you running? Oh, right. Because that's there. All right, so the last thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to get myself a chest. It doesn't really matter what type of chest I get. I'm going to get myself a chest. All right. And I'm just going to put the chest right there. We're going to tell this guy, active without signal. We're going to put him on the back there. And then we're just going to wrench it around to say, boom, you go into there. Okay? And now this guy's running again. All right? So what that means is that this guy is now draining again. Okay? And as soon as he crosses that 75% threshold, we should see, eventually, that redstone signal shut down. Okay? Or not, because he's not sensing it properly, apparently. What is he sensing? So what if I say fluid in tank emits signal, okay? So what should happen is that this should drain completely. And then it should allow a short burst. I don't know why that 75% conditional isn't working. It should be working fine. I'll have to update and see if that fixes it and then file a bug report about it. But I know that draining the tank completely will work fine. Okay? I know that that'll work. So we should see any second now this thing should fire. We see some fluid come out. Decent amount, enough to keep it flowing. Alright? So this is now working. I am now satisfied that this is working. We can close up our floor and call this a successful build. I did not want to put that there. I wanted to put that there, and that there. There we go. And now I can just stand on top of here, drain all my remaining levels out, and know that it's going to be turned into enchanted books for me. Yay! Alright guys, this has been Mr. Kassari, and I want to thank you all for watching. As always, it has been fun. Hopefully I'll see you guys in the next episode. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing my completed auto enchanting, disenchanting build machine thing that I put together. Anyways, guys, hope you've enjoyed it. Hope to see you next episode. If you liked it, give me a like, comment, subscription. If you didn't like it, tell me what you didn't like. And until next time, guys, happy mining.